Hello everyone. This video will contain the discussions on the practice exercises mainly on the laws of exponents. Now, we are going to talk about the different application of these laws. But in the previous video, we were able to talk about how do we expand exponentiation. Now, it's not anymore our concern. We are not going to expand exponentiations, but rather we are going to simplify algebraic expressions that will involve possible combinations of the laws of exponents. I'm going to share to you right now the material containing the practice exercise B of lesson number 4. This practice exercise B will only cover the first two laws of exponents. We have the division and multiplication law, or we also call them product rule and division or quotient rule. Now, in number 1, okay, what we will use here is based on the operation separating these expressions. As we have noticed, these are just written side by side, and in algebra, if the expressions are written side by side, the operation is multiplication. Since the operation is multiplication, we are going to use the multiplication law. The multiplication law tells us that if we are going to multiply expressions with the same base, the base here is x, 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 and x. So in short, they have all have the same base. What we need to do is to copy the base, the similar base, and then you simply add exponents. So you have 3 plus -2 plus, what do you think is the exponent of the third x here? Now, if there's no clear or visible exponent for any variable, that automatically means exponent of 1, an exponent of 1. It's not 0 because we also have a rule or a law for 0 exponent for to be probably discussed or emphasized probably later in the next video. So we have here 1 and finally plus 4. So that's 3, -2. We have here 1, and then you have 4. And then you simply simplify the exponents, add them. In multiplication law, add exponents. So 3 plus -2 is 1, plus 1 plus 4 is 6. So the simplified form for number 1 is x to the power of 6. When you say simplified form, there are no other items that can be combined. In this case, it stands as one term, okay? Term, which is x to the power of 6. In number 2, yay, we have also three different terms multiplied to each other. The term 2a squared, the term 3ab, and the term -b cubed. As you have noticed, we have here the presence of numerical coefficients aside from 1. In the first given, we could assume that the numerical coefficient here is 1, 1x cubed, 1x to the power of -2, 1x, 1x to the power of 4. All of this has numerical coefficient of 1. So if we just multiplied because they are under multiplication, we multiply 1 times 1 times 1 times 1, definitely that will result to 1. So this also means that you have 1 x to the power of 6, but we don't need to write 1 anymore. That automatically means has one numerical coefficient. But in number 2, since we have numerical coefficients aside from 1, we need to operate them first. Again, we need to operate first the numerical coefficient before the literal coefficients. So operate meaning multiply because it's under multiplication. So we have here 2 times 3 is 6 times, what do you think is the numerical coefficient of the third term? As we have discussed in the lesson number 1 of the same unit, we have here understandably 1. And since we have negative here, this negative sign will be taken by the numerical coefficient, but not the literal. Okay, it will be taken by the numerical coefficient. So instead of saying +1, the numerical coefficient here is -1. So let's repeat. 2 times 3 is 6 times -1. Your numerical coefficient for the result is -6. That's for your numerical coefficient. Now that you're done, dealing with numerical coefficient, let's proceed with the literal coefficients. By mean of proceeding, we apply the laws of exponents. Let's start first with A. A, 2. Do we have other terms here with A as variable? Yes, here. The exponent of that is 1. So we simply add here 1. We have combined now the two different coefficients of variable A. And then we go to B. B here means 1 plus 3. Do not use negative 3 because the negative sign here was taken already by the numerical coefficient earlier. So with this, we can just simply say 2 plus 1 is A cubed. B 1 plus 3 is B to the power of 4. Let me rewrite this 6 because it seems it's okay. So yeah, yon. Negative 6 A cubed B to the power of 4. This is a simplified form for number 2. Number 3. In number 3, we have two different operations that will be tackled later on. I will here. We have the multiplication and the division. In short, we will use here the multiplication law and the division law. But which is to be taken first? Of course, when you talk about MDAS, we will talk about multiplication first. So let's try to combine first the numerator. When we combine the numerator, the denominator will not be manipulated, so it stays as it is. The numerator, we will start with multiplying of coefficients, numerical coefficients rather, 3 times 2. This will result to 6. And then we use the literal coefficient p cube. Since there are no other p here, so it stands as it is. And we have r. This has 1 plus 4. The 4 for the second. And then again, the denominator will stay as it is because we did not manipulate it. Okay, so the numerator becomes 6p cube r to the power of 5. Let me rewrite this denominator. Okay, that is the result of the numerator. 6p cube r to the power of 5 all over 6p squared r squared. Now that your numerator is already a monomial term and your denominator is also a monomial term and all of them are under multiplication, and between them is division. So let's try to use the division law. Division law tells us that we are going to, if we are dividing expressions with the same base, we are to subtract exponents. Again, let me repeat: multiplication law, same base, add exponents. Division law, same base, subtract exponents. So let's start first with subdividing of numerical coefficients. 6 divided by 6 becomes 1. So this means we have here 1. 1 what? Let's go with P. P, subtract exponents, 3 minus 2. Do not interchange the two different exponents. It should be the exponent of the numerator as your minuend minus the exponent of the denominator as your subtrahend. It should not be interchanged because again, there's no commutative property for multiplication. That's for P. How about for R? R, 5, because that's the exponent of the numerator, minus 2 as the exponent of the denominator, and did not interchange. Then 1 may not be written, so it stands as it is. So you have P, 3 minus 2 is 1, and then R, 5 minus 2 is 3. And finally, we do not write anymore 1 as for exponent because it automatically means 1 if it doesn't have an exponent. You're simplified because the term here is simplify. So you need to give the simplified answer. If this is your answer, that is not yet the final answer. Give the final answer as P and then R cubed. This is the result when you try to simplify the third the third item. So again, In practice exercise B, we have used the multiplication law and division law. Multiplication law means if we are going to multiply exponents with the same, expressions with the same base, we are going to add exponents. And in adding exponents, it's okay for the exponents to be interchanged because addition has the property of commutativity. But for the division law, if we're going to divide expressions with the same base, subtract exponents, but use the exponent of the numerator as your minuend and the numerator of the exponent of the denominator as your subtrahend, and do not interchange because there's no commutative property for subtraction. And finally, if there are coefficients, operate the numerical coefficients, operate the numerical coefficients first before going to the literal coefficients that will use laws of exponents. In next video, we will use the rest of the other three different laws of exponents. See you.